Hi and welcome back to the study. You might notice I look a little bit different. I'm a new man today, it's actually my birthday. So I thought what we'd do is maybe have a pipe and a drink. The last few videos that I made have been quite labour intensive, so I thought it might be nice just to have a more relaxing one and one that's a little bit easier for me to edit. So I thought we'd have a pipe and just, have a chat. Hopefully it's not too boring. I'll get this lit up. I've got Peterson Flake in here. I've only actually smoked this a few times. My lovely little Sherlock Holmes, well, not little, my lovely Sherlock Holmes pipe. But it's a lovely pipe to smoke, that's for sure. And I've got a Guinness, pint of Guinness. So, maybe you heard the little thing go off there. Cheers. Oh, lovely. Yeah, hopefully you can join me for a pipe. Maybe even a drink. I've got well, it's a 10-year-old whiskey, but it's probably much older than that now. I've had it for quite a while. My sister actually got me this as a gift. It's really quite nice. What I tried doing with the Peterson Flake is not sort of crushing it up too much. I tried to leave it in a little bit more of a solid state, so people say that it gives you a sweeter taste. I don't know if that's true, but it definitely makes it harder to light. It's just lovely to use this Peterson Sherlock Holmes original. Incredibly smooth smoking experience. I was watching one of the Rambling Pipers videos today. He was smoking a beautiful little Peterson 03. I've actually got the same pipe, but just a system version. But yeah, a really funny video. It really made me laugh, it did. I thought he'd made a mistake at first because he's filming it, and then he had to quickly jump up and turn the camera off because his wife come back. Caught him smoking. And then he had to read out a disclaimer that he wrote. You should go watch it if you haven't, it's really funny. Yeah. His video sort of inspired me to do this one actually, because I spend, it may not look like it, but I do spend a long time editing my videos, and sometimes I don't always have time to do it either, so I often have to stay up late editing. So I quite enjoyed his very informal, just sitting down and talking to the camera. I thought maybe I'll start doing a few more of those type of videos. I don't really have a nice, beautiful armchair like he does, a leather armchair with the lovely sort of cottage feel. I'm a bachelor living here on my own, so I probably don't have that nice aesthetic that he has in his house. Which is often why you watch someone like that, isn't it? You just like to feel you're sort of in their environment. You can live vicariously through them. It's hard to beat, isn't it? A beer and a pipe. But I was thinking a little bit about the video that I made quite a while ago. Where I spoke about the situation with my girlfriend. And if I'm being honest, that was quite a difficult video for me to make because, yeah, I guess it's my English reserve. I don't really find it easy to... I'm quite a private, introverted person. So making a video like that is quite out of character for me, I suppose, but I didn't even think anyone would watch it, but that got a lot of views, that video. And had so many comments on that. I found it difficult to reply to them all. I had to just, just read them in the end because there were so many. Some supportive, and there was a lot that were sort of, not agreeing with me either, which it's good to hear all different people's views. I didn't want people just to agree with whatever I think. It's good to get different people's perspectives on things. It's not good to live in an echo chamber, is it? You've got to have different opinions in your life. I think it's good to be challenged on things and to hear people disagree with you, and it's good to check yourself, make sure that you're not becoming egotistical. So yeah, I take all comments, I take them all in the spirit of learning, and try to consider different people's opinions. But yeah, the reason I didn't do a follow-up, even though probably the algorithm would like it if I did a follow-up video to that. Not that I really follow the algorithm, but I'm saying it would get a lot of views if I did a video talking about that. But there hasn't really been a very clean conclusion I could put a bow round and present to people. It's been a little bit of a messy situation. And my girlfriend actually broke up with me after that, so yeah, I didn't really speak to her for a little bit. And nobody knows this, but my girlfriend's actually from the US. She's American Vietnamese, so we've been having a long distance relationship for about a year now. So yeah, she broke up with me. But then a little bit after that, she obviously had a change of heart and wanted to give things another go. So she'll actually be visiting the UK. Cheers. An Irish drink and an Irish pipe. Can't beat that, can you? Yeah, so she'll be visiting the UK. Or visiting me, I should say. In about 6 weeks, I think. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. She's still not really warm to the idea of me smoking a pipe. I've tried to just not mention it, really. She gets a bit annoyed when I say anything about it. But, you know, it is what it is. And I actually asked her to bring some Cult Blood Red Moon, I think it is. That's one I've really wanted to try. I saw the Vaping Piper did a review on that. I've seen quite a few reviews on it, actually. It's one I really wanted to give a go, but she agreed at first. She actually said she'd bring me some over as a birthday gift, but then she changed her mind, so she won't bring me any anymore. I said even if I pay for it, could she bring it, but she won't do it, so. I may have to get hold of some another way, we'll see. I got Kendall Black Cherry, but I'm not really that keen on Kendall Black Cherry. I don't mind it, it's not the worst, but it does have a little bit of a chemically taste, I've found in my experience. But yeah, really been enjoying using this. The only thing when you get such a nice pipe is you're sort of concerned that you might damage it, aren't you? But I sort of think you should take care of things and try not to damage them, but you also need to use things. I don't think there's any point having something if you love it so much you don't even want to use it. I do think you need to use things, even if they get a little bit of wear and tear. Because, yeah, you've only got one life, you have to enjoy things when you have them. So I just thought I'd give a little update on that situation. It's not a very conclusive end. I know people like to sort of see a story arc with things like this, don't they? But life rarely works like that in reality. Live happily ever after. It's not really, I don't think that's ever really happens in real life. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're going to go up to the Lake District for a week. The last time she came to visit me, we went up there and she really enjoyed it. So we're going to go up there. Got a little cottage booked, so we're going to stay up there. So yeah, maybe I'll make some content while I'm up there. So she may be in one of my videos. I'll see how it goes. Cheers. Oh, I don't know what you enjoy drinking, but I love a Guinness, and I've actually started really enjoying Guinness and Virginia. I always like Guinness with English blends, but it actually goes really good with Virginia as well. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna have a little drop of this quickly. I don't like to drink too much because I don't think it's cheap, this whiskey, so I just have a little bit now and again. I'm not a big drinker really anyway. I don't drink that much. Maybe, you know, I drink a little bit on the weekend, but I try not to go too crazy. When I was younger I did, but as you get a bit older you can't go too mad, can you? You've got to get up in the morning, it's not always that easy. But yeah, I really enjoy this. I don't know much about whiskey, to be honest, but this is a good one. Goes really good with a pipe. Oh, that brings some heat to the cheeks, as they say. Yeah, we often, when I was younger, we used to go to the pub, have a couple of pints, and then we'd trace it with a whiskey. It just brings back that, yeah, nostalgia, that taste of a beer followed by a whiskey. Really good. Put a little drop of water with it normally, just to take the edge off. Oh, that's delicious. It's really nice. Hopefully I'm not too pink. Might be a bit pink on the camera. The alcohol puts a bit of colour in your cheeks, doesn't it? Yeah, anyway, hopefully this is not too boring, just me talking to the camera. I've been out for a meal, so I thought I wanted to make a little video, maybe just try and talk about the situation and let people know it's my birthday. So and I like to shave every probably 3 months. I let my beard get to a certain length and then I have enough of it and I just shave it all off, just have a shave, and then I get sick of shaving and let it grow again, and I go through this cycle probably every 3 months. So hopefully you don't freak out every time you see this, but yeah, it's part of the cyclical nature of having a beard. Anyway, hope you could join me for a drink. And a smoke. Yeah, and like I say, the comments on that video were really touching actually. I think the comment section on YouTube has restored my faith in mankind. I mean, yeah, there's just so many lovely people out there. So many kind people. I think we're often encouraged to believe that everyone's bad, aren't we, if you listen to the media. You're sort of encouraged to believe that the average person is somehow doing bad things and is evil and going to harm you given the chance. But in my experience, that's not the case at all. Having travelled a fair bit, and there's been times where I've had to put my faith in strangers. Yeah, I've always been surprised how kind most people are. And when you really need help, often people really will help you in a bad situation if you have an emergency or something. And you see that in the comment section. I mean, yeah, most people, it's work for them, isn't it, to sit and write you a long comment. And I really do appreciate the comments. I read all of them. and I try to reply to all the comments I get. Obviously, like I say, on that video it was just overwhelming, and it was quite an embarrassing topic, I guess. It's not something I would have normally made a video on or even spoken about. So I guess being all over the internet, it feels a bit hard to talk about it too openly. But yeah, maybe that's my like I say, my British Reserve kicking in there. But yeah, I do appreciate all the nice comments, so thank you for that. Let's have a little taste of this whiskey again. Probably shouldn't be drinking the two as you go, but it's I don't know if you've ever tried it. It's pretty nice actually. You can mix the two. That is lovely. Very smooth. It's a single malt Scottish whisky, aged 10 years. 40% alcohol volume. Jura. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else is familiar with that. It's a good one. Probably shouldn't be doing that because YouTube doesn't like it. That reminds me, actually, I've had a few people ask if they can, how they can support the channel, which I thought was really sweet. That's really kind that people want to do that, and I don't expect anything from people. Obviously, you don't start a pipe smoking channel on YouTube to make money because it's all demonetized. I also tend not to run the ads on my videos because I want it to be relaxing for people. I mean, I hope that people watch my videos and feel relaxed, so I don't really want them having to sit through loads of ads. So yeah, I don't make anything from it, but someone was asking, a couple of comments asked how they can support the channel, and I hadn't even really thought about it, to be honest. They were asking if they could send some tobacco and things like that. So yeah, I might have to think about that. I did switch on, you can become a member, but I haven't really done anything for the members section yet. But I was thinking maybe I could do, possibly, if enough people wanted to do it, I could do like a live chat or something where we could do something like this, get together for a few beers and a pipe on a, maybe we could do it on a Friday night or something. I don't know if there's any demand for that. Maybe it's something I could look into. But yeah, really, I don't expect people to send me anything or anything. I would just like you to enjoy the content. The comments are lovely, and the engagement, that's why I do it really. I get a lot out of it, and I enjoy making the videos. But yeah. Always a bit of a contemplative time, isn't it, your birthday? Strangely, I was actually listening to the first book of Lord of the Rings today as I was taking my walk. And I was actually listening to the section where Frodo is planning to leave the Shire. And Pippin and Merry and his friend Sam they're all talking to him and sort of revealing that they knew much more about his situation than he actually realised they knew. And they knew about the ring and everything. And I'd never really listened to it or read it in that light before, but it touched me actually how selfless Tolkien wrote that section. So he obviously had been to war, Tolkien. And he'd probably seen men sacrifice their lives to save their brothers. Yeah, and I just read that piece in a new light, because they're actually saying in the part where they're talking about they're not going to. Frodo realised that this quest that he now has, this heavy quest of trying to take the ring where it needs to go, is more than likely not going to return from that, and he wanted to slip away and not sort of drag his friends into that situation. But once they realised that he was going to go, they took up the mantle. They said, "Oh no, we're going to come with you and help you." And we do know the danger and the peril. We know what it means. But yeah, just a really lovely section, I thought. Maybe I'll put some of the words at the end. Making me think about friendship though. Even within the pipe community, how kind a lot of people are. Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I really appreciate you watching, and cheers. See you next time.
Frodo said, "I should like to save the Shire, if I could, though there have been times when I thought the inhabitants too stupid and dull for words. And I suppose I must go alone, if I am to do that and save the Shire." "You do not understand," said Pippin. "You must go, and therefore we must too. Merry and I are coming with you. Sam is an excellent fellow, and would jump down a dragon's throat to save you, if he did not trip over his own feet. But you will need more than one companion in your dangerous adventure." "Of course we understand," said Merry firmly. "That is why we have decided to come. We know the ring is no laughing matter, but we are going to do our best to help you against the enemy. We are horribly afraid, but we are coming with you, or following you like hounds."